All right. Lines 198 to 209 from the Aeneid, Book One. Our Trojans, promptly upon uh, Neptune's intervention, these lines are skipped, but the seas return to normal, and the Trojans and what are left of their fleet from this destruction escape and find themselves coming to the shore of Libya, northern coast of Africa. It's a long description of this area. And Aeneas's men disembark from their what's left of his men disembark from what's left of their ships. They talk about starting a fire and making food. Meanwhile, Aeneas goes off on his own journey to look and see if there's any sights of more of his men on in the ocean. He finds nothing, but is able to find a herd of deer, kills the deer, brings them back to his men who are making food for dinner. And right before the dinner here is where we pick up a speech that Aeneas delivers to his men, where he says, "O Socii," so "O allies," and then this parenthetical here, "Sumus we enim we indeed are." Ignari are well non-ignari. We are not ignorant, litotes. We are not ignorant again. Forgetting, remembering things with a genitive. We're not ignorant of evils, ante from before some adverbial ante. Oh, you, oh, allies, having endured graviora, rather difficult things. It's a comparative form there. Deus, the god, Dabit, will give, I think here it's implied Jupiter, will give, quoque, also finem and end his to these things, the dative of Hekaikok. Vos, you all, Acestus, have approached both this Scalaean rage and the roaring within Scopulos, the roaring deeply rocks. Um, Two terrible sights to that I think the Scalaean rage I think references the Odyssey with Scylla, a monster that eats many of Odysseus's men, and then the Penetus Sonatis, Scapulos, the Roaring Rocks within. Those are, I think, the Roaring Rocks, hearkening to Jason the Argonauts, an obstacle they encounter, the Argonauts encounter on their journey. You all, experti have been are experts have bested. I think expertise sunt. This must be a deponent verb. I look it up. I bet it is. You all have bested also the Cyclopean rocks. Um, uh, all these things did happen to the Trojans. Aeneas will go into much further detail about it. The story's in medias res here, meaning in the middle of things. So these things he's hearkening back to that the Trojans experienced, uh, you haven't read them yet in the story, or the narrative hasn't been explained to you, but he will go into detail about those things that they encountered in book three. Revocate. So revocate, a command here, call back or summon back Animos, your courage, your spirits. Que and Mite, send away, cast away, Maestum Timorem, send away your sad fear. Forsan, perhaps an et here, an etiam, perhaps also hike these things, Olim, not once upon a time, but here in the future, these things at some point, you it impersonal, it will please, meminisse, and defective verb here, it's perfect active infinitive form translates as a present, so it will please to remember these things. Through so many misfortunes, through various misfortunes, through so many unfair things, unfairnesses of things, tendemus, we strive in Latium towards or into Latium, where the fates Stendhal reveal sedes quietas, sedes is feminine, so reveal quiet abodes. Uh, to that place, or in that place, referring to Latium, um, maybe an est has to be implied here, fas est, it is right. With the accusative here, it is right for the kingdoms, Troiae of Troy resurgere to resurge, to come back. So durate, kind of Catullus there. Endure and servate, preserve or save, vosmet, you yourselves, or just preserve yourselves. Dative here, rebus secundis, not for second things, but secundus can also mean for favorable things, dative of purpose. So refert, that's the speech Aeneas gives to his men. So we kind of have finish it off here. So he refert, he relates, or even just dicit, he says Talia such things, voce, the pleonasm, with his voice, and Iger sick, or yeah, or bothered. Ingentibus curis, he's bothered because of or by huge concerns. He simulat, he feigns, he fakes spem, he fakes hope, voltu, in his face or with his face, and a synaton, and he presses grief, dolorem, deep corde in his heart.